Are you ready for a change? Are you ready for your life to turn around? Are you ready for things to happen to bring you great success, to see your dreams and visions come to pass? Then you are at the right place at the right time, listening to the Julie Tussey Show podcast. Welcome. And while you're here, please subscribe and leave us a good review. Also, let your friends and family know about the Julie Tussey Show. Hey, welcome to the Julie Tussey Show. I am your host, Julie Tussey, and I'm so glad to be here with you. I hope you're having a fabulous fall. It's just been glorious here in Kentucky, and so glad to be here shouting out to you. How are you? Woo! Well, we got a lot going on here in the studio. And turn this down just a minute. Got a lot going on here in the studio. Lots of exciting things coming up. I myself personally have been through a pretty tough time for the last 7 months. Let's see, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 7 months, and I don't know if there's any break in sight. I'm actually going to do a big podcast about this, but I am dealing with a situation that has been, I would say, the hardest situation I've ever had to deal with in my life, and it's concerning a very close loved one of mine being diagnosed with dementia. And it has caused me to have to step out and try to obtain some guardianship legal rights to care for this person. And it has been tough. It has been tough, to say the least. So I'm going to share my story. Hopefully in December, we'll get the results. We've been to court. This will be 6 or 7 times in this situation. Just absolutely heartbreaking. I hate this disease, and I'm praying. So when you think of me, please pray for me. I know I don't ask for that often on the show, but pray for me and my family, and just agree with me that everything will go the way it needs to go for my loved one to be cared for and provided for properly, and to help in this time of need. Of course, I am standing and believing God for some healing there. But yeah, we'll talk more about that. So today, I am sharing with you the third, let's see, what am I calling these? Oh, the third daily habit from the 75 Strong Challenge. Now, I know the holidays are here, and a lot of us aren't going to do the 75 Strong Challenge necessarily. What's cool about it is you can do it all by yourself, but beginning on January 1st, I am going to hit it hard myself. And I do a lot of these things already, but I'm going to do like a group thing the 1st of January, because that's when everybody wants to get healthier and more fit and all of that. So we'll kick off a 75 Strong together then. But you can actually do this right now through the holidays, and then when you have parties and stuff, just take a little break from the section we're going to talk about today, which is count your calories and eat more whole foods. Yes. So I wanted to talk about that today. Of course, this comes as a result of the launch of the Julie Tussey book that was just released. Yes, I'm so used to talking about the show and myself in the third person, and I actually hate that when other people do it. So sorry about that. I wrote a book. It took me about 2.5 years to write and publish it. I did self-publishing, so you can get it on Amazon. It's called You, Darling, Are Worth the Fight, Lose Weight, and Thrive Like a Boss Through Perimenopause and Menopause. And yes, we hit a wall sometimes. We can start having symptoms very early. So as a result of writing the book, I created a group on Facebook called You, Darling, Are Worth the Fight. Just go over there and search it, and you can request to join. It's a private group so that we as women can talk about our weight. We can talk about personal things there, and other people can't see it. Just have some privacy with this thing. It is a very personal thing to go through perimenopause and menopause. Most women don't talk about it, and so I wanted to write a book talking about it, talking about my experience, which was a complete shock to me, and a complete shock to me that as women we aren't educated more about it. When we have our period, our moms sit us down and talk talk to us about it usually before that happens. Well, nobody's talking about this, so I decided to talk about it. And it turned out great, you all. I'm shocked. You know, when God asks you to do something or you feel called to do something, if you'll just obey him and take it step by step, it will be awesome. Awesome. And so if I don't say so myself, he got a lot of glory for this one because, man, I'm just shocked. I actually am shocked. He had me do some really cool things. And it was kind of like, do you remember holding your mom or dad's hand and taking a walk around the park and around a lake and these different places, and you just knew that step by step they had you, but yet you saw and experienced things that maybe you had not before. Maybe you never saw a caterpillar, or you never, saw a maple tree or acorns from an oak tree, and all of the things you experienced. Writing this book was like that for me. I felt like the Lord just took my hand and just showed me step by step by step without me realizing what he was doing. And so the book is really, really cool. You guys, it will be a fabulous, fabulous book for those women in your life for Christmas. So go on over to Amazon.com and search You Darling Are Worth a Fight, or search Julie Tussey. You'll find it. It's in Kindle, it's in paperback, it's in hardcover, and Audible is on its way. Maybe before Christmas it'll be available. So we're working on that right now. Woo woo! Anyway, what else can I talk about? Because this is what God's doing in my life, and I'm so excited about it. I want you to have a copy. Now you can go to tusseyonline.com, tusseyonline.com, and you can get a copy there too. So just any which way you want to get it. So today we're going to talk about a really cool topic. As a result of writing the book, I wanted to do this You Darling Are Worth a Fight 75 Strong Challenge. And this is 7 daily things that we do every day for 75 days to make ourselves strong, to make ourselves healthy, to make ourselves mentally healthy, physically healthy, spiritually healthy. I love it. I love it. So the first one, on the last 2 podcasts, I released them in the series I'm calling Hit the Holidays Strong. So the first one was talking about number 1, which is pray, listen, and journal for 15 minutes. So pray and then spend as much time as you were telling the Lord what you need, listening. And then journal what he tells you. If it's great, write it down. If it's a correction, write it down. If it's an instruction, write it down. If it's a vision, write it down, and just listen to him. He loves you so much, and he has a plan, a purpose, and a destiny for your life. Then we talked about habit number 2 was read 10 pages of You Darling Are Worth the Fight, or an encouraging book, or listen to the podcast, like an encouraging podcast like this one. And then we talked about how to get the podcasts and the book. So I just talked to you about that. Of course, if you're listening to this, you already found the podcast, right? Today, we're going to talk about count your calories and eat more whole foods. We're going to talk about MyFitnessPal, how to get it for free, and how to join me on MyFitnessPal. So we will kick this off. Hit the holidays strong, the power of counting calories on your 75 Strong Challenge, Step 3. We'll be right back. Only on the Julie Tussey Show are you going to hear that you are not created to be ordinary but extraordinary. You are not created to be common but uncommon. You are not created to be average but above average. You are not created to be tolerable or passable. No, but you are created to be remarkable, noteworthy, impressive, striking, outstanding, brilliant, excellent, superb, praiseworthy. We could go on and on about how awesome you are. Are you struggling to lose weight? Are you over 30? Are you having night sweats, hot flashes, brain fatigue, brain fog? Do you just not feel like yourself? Or maybe you a little ornery? I have been there, and have I got the book for you. This is called You Darling Are Worth the Fight. Lose weight and thrive like a boss through perimenopause and menopause. It is a must-read for every woman. Not only is it funny and insightful, I have studied this subject for 30 years, and I have a lot of great information and great products for you to take your life back and I share exactly what I did to lose 30 pounds in the throes of perimenopause and going into menopause. If I can do it, you can do it. All you have to do is go to tusseyonline.com and order yours there. You can also get it at Amazon. So you, darling, are worth the fight. Lose weight and thrive like a boss through perimenopause and menopause. Reach out to me at thejulietusseyshow@gmail.com and make sure you order for your friends too, because this is one life-changing and powerful book. I want to take a minute to say thank you so much to our supporters, underwriters, sponsors, those of you that give to our nonprofit corporation, The Voice Incorporated. If you'd like to partner or give a one-time offering today, please go to tusseyonline.com and look for the donate button. You can also give at the Cash App. That's the cash symbol sign with TheVoiceinc, and on Venmo, TheVoiceinc. For those of you asking to get my fabulous skincare, which is like a facelift in a bottle, you can go to julietussey.neora.com. And now, back to the Julie Tussey Show. All right, so we're back to talk about Hit the Holidays Strong, the power of counting calories on your 75 Strong Challenge. This is step 3. You can actually go over to tusseyonline.com and download for free this list and the 75 Strong Daily Affirmations. Yes, baby. Yes, I just sat right there and heard the Lord tell me everything to write and wrote 75 affirmations, which in the Christian community is known as a confession, a faith confession. I love that. I love that. You know, when we speak the word of God and we don't speak what we see, we speak what we hear in our inner man, what we hear and see in the Bible. When we speak those things, that's when our lives begin to change. There's so much power. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do a podcast on it. So we're going to talk about counting your calories and eating more whole foods. I actually want to read to you out of the book this chapter. It's chapter 14, and it's Julie's Keys to Weight Loss After 30. Key number 5. Girl, calories are still king. Queen. So let me read a little bit to you about this out of the book. Remember, you can go over to Amazon and get the entire book, which is, oh my gosh, life-changing. Wow. It's just awesome. So here we go. Chapter 14. Oh, honey, sweetheart, darling, I have tried every single diet known to mankind, and in my own life experience, it has always come down to this one thing: burn more energy than you are ingesting. Yep, I said it. Dang it, we have to eat less than we want to unless we try to exercise and move more to compensate. Bottom line is, whether I was eating Atkins, keto, or if I was eating paleo, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, the cabbage soup diet, the starvation diet, the blood type diet, the vegan diet, the banana only diet, I didn't lose weight. No matter what I was doing, I only ever lost if I was eating less calories than I was burning, therefore enabling my body to burn my own fluffy fat. So in other words, I'm going to depart from the book. So in other words, no matter what diet I was doing, it wasn't just simply the diet that worked. It all ended up being a lessening of calorie intake and letting my body burn my fat for my fuel. So all of these diets will work. All of these diets will work. I always vacillate between Weight Watchers and my Fitness Pal because I can control my calories the best on those two. Now, you can do anything that you want. I don't recommend some of these diets, but I'm going to tell you, I think I did every diet known to mankind. But the bottom line is you have got to have a lowering of your calories. So to me, the best way to do that is to count your calories, either on like MyFitnessPal, which you can find me there, JC Tussey, and become my friend. And I usually leave my diary open. I'm kind of a wild eater, but I do that. Or you can go on Weight Watchers too. I'm thinking about kicking off a new Weight Watchers program for a month or two through the holidays and see how I do with it, because they just released something new. Always nice to have a change and a mix. But if you go on anything and you're not losing, it's your calories, period. It's your calories. Oh, and by the way, I don't recommend cutting out entire food groups unless you're like me and I'm wheat sensitive. So I am